This isn't a normal snowstorm. It's like a giant snow-making machine switched on just offshore, and it refuses to shut off. In days, alerts spread, roads face shutdown plans, trains cut service, and everyday routines turn risky. The twist is simple and scary. The fuel is the sea itself.
And reduce visibility to near zero across the region. While strong winds amplify and reduce visibility to near zero across the region.
Welcome to Global Weather Disasters. We'll keep the timeline short, then break down the science, why this kind of winter pattern can bury corridors, disrupt transportation, and turn ordinary snow into a system-level threat. Early January 2026, Hokkaido enters peak snow season.
Authorities are
Around Sapporo, rail operations begin regular schedule adjustments to create time windows for snow removal at stations. January 10th to 12th, a rapidly developing low-pressure system and a strong winter pattern bring stormy weather and heavy snow potential along the Sea of Japan side, with strong winds adding blowing snow and low visibility. January 11th to 12th, forecasts highlight significant accumulations across multiple regions, including parts of Hokkaido, reinforcing that this is not a one-night event, but a recurring, large-scale winter setup. January 20th, warnings emphasize heavy snow mainly along the Sea of Japan coast, under a strong winter pressure pattern expected to persist through the weekend. January 22nd, authorities consider planned partial expressway closures to prevent gridlock and chain reaction crashes. January 23rd, the danger turns personal. Deaths and injuries are reported during snow clearing. Warnings and disruption risks continue through January 25th, with deep snow in parts of Hokkaido and severe impacts across Sea of Japan corridors. When forecasters focus on the Sea of Japan side, that is the clue. The sea is not scenery, it is the moisture engine. During cold outbreaks, frigid air pours off the continent over open water. Crossing a relatively warmer sea surface, it absorbs heat and moisture near the surface. The air destabilizes, clouds thicken fast. If the wind keeps feeding the same track, the process repeats like an assembly line, an offshore snow machine that keeps resupplying the atmosphere. This is why the Sea of Japan side can get hammered even when the rest of the country looks quieter. It's not just cold. It's cold air plus ocean moisture, plus steady wind, plus the right pressure pattern, all locking together. When the pattern holds for days, the snow machine doesn't stop after one night. It keeps producing. A lot of people think snow disasters are only about depth, but wind is the multiplier. Strong winds can turn manageable snowfall into blizzard conditions, blowing snow, sudden whiteouts, drifting that refills roads you just cleared, and icy polishing that makes intersections feel like glass. Wind also redistributes snow unevenly. One neighborhood gets buried by drifts while another looks fine, which can trick drivers into thinking the risk is lower than it is. And when wind teams up with persistent snow bands, visibility collapses in bursts. That is how pileups start, how vehicles get stranded, and how rescue access becomes a race against time. A big snowfall that ends quickly causes immediate disruption, but snow that keeps coming for days is what exhausts a system, because it attacks three weak points: time, capacity, and accumulation. Time. You clear once, and it's buried again. Capacity. Traffic slows everywhere, visibility drops, accidents become more likely. Accumulation. New snow stacks on old snow, and every hour of cleanup gets harder, especially in cities where snow can't just be pushed aside anymore. It has to be collected, hauled, and dumped. This is the hidden cost. You don't just plow, you manage storage. Where does the snow go? How fast can it be moved? How many crews can work safely for how long? When warnings extend through January 25th, the meaning is not just more snow. It's multiple days of continuous wear on equipment, workers, roads, and emergency response. In major Sea of Japan, snow events, clouds don't always spread evenly. Sometimes they organize into heavy, persistent bands. Picture the sky running on a conveyor belt. Bands form, intensify, and then keep regenerating along the same track. When those bands move slowly, or keep rebuilding in the same wind-aligned corridor, some areas get buried, while locations just tens of kilometers away see far less. And this corridor effect is exactly what breaks transportation. One locked-up artery can trigger domino disruptions across the entire network. This is why people say, "It feels like the storm chose us." It didn't choose. The atmosphere lined up a corridor, and the corridor took the hit. Early schedule adjustments around Sapporo highlight a reality most people miss. Winter rail systems have an invisible enemy, a shortage of operational downtime. You can't run a full timetable and also thoroughly clear stations, keep equipment reliable, and maintain safe platforms, especially when snow keeps falling. During intense stretches like January 20th to 25th, downtime becomes the rarest resource. Cutting service isn't weakness. It's how the system protects itself from cascading failure. If you like weather coverage that doesn't just show the footage, but explains the mechanisms, subscribe to the channel. And tell me in the comments, what's the most disruptive winter weather you've ever experienced where you live? The snow event leading up to January 25th, 2026 is a reminder that winter disasters don't need lightning or floods. All it takes is a strong winter pattern, an offshore moisture engine, and several days of persistent snow, and an entire system starts to shake. This is global weather disasters. Stay informed, stay prepared. See you in the next one.